Well, this is a protest and rally demanding justice for my friend Heklina, who I found in London dead in our apartment while we were preparing to do a show at Soho Theatre. We went through all the normal protocols that you would, and I was well taken care of by the Met Police and assured that they would attend to, everything. And after I left, sadly, they attended to nothing. And, for the next 2 years, almost 2 years, it'll be 2 years this Thursday, we've had very few interactions, almost no answers, and only when pushed would they respond to us. It really wasn't until I went to The Guardian and got some media attention on it that they leapt into action.
I flew from San Francisco to be here today because I feel like it's really important. She deserved better. The people who love her deserve better, so we're here to say that.
We still do not have answers as to her cause of death. That is still up in the air. There are many, many questions about the investigation that are still lingering, and we still don't have closure. So this is what she deserves from me at the very, very least, is for me to be here and fighting for her.
There was just complete incompetence, complete laxness around the gathering of evidence, around the following up of leads, on the making of connections, which is something that we have seen before here in the UK with the Stephen Port inquiry and the death of the 4 young men that Stephen Port killed. I have hope that change can be achieved, but at the moment I just feel like it's that same old voice that says just another dead queer, and I don't want that to be the truth. I want to believe that if my body was found, that they would be able to look past whatever I was wearing and whatever I was doing and just see a human being that deserved their full attention. At the moment, I don't feel that.
I am devastated to have lost her, and I'm one of many who are still upset to have lost her, to have lost him. You cannot reduce a person so they will fit into your expectation or your assumption of who they are based on their sexuality or where they are on the gender spectrum or what they are wearing or how you find them alive or dead.
I remember my friend Heklina and I sitting in a lovely bar in the Castro, used to be called Harvey's. We used to eat chicken wings together. She'd say, I'm going to buy Oasis and I'm going to do this. I'm going to go and do Golden Girls and I'm going to go on tour with Peaches, and none of that can happen anymore because my friend has been taken away from us and nobody knows what the fuck is going on.
I would not be a Scissor Sister if it weren't for Heklina. This country loves drag queens. Loves drag queens. If you love your queens so much, you must love the gay men who are underneath them. You must love the queer people and all of the things that they love.
This has happened before with other people who have passed away and their deaths haven't been looked into or investigated in a proper way is just unacceptable. So I think, for me, it was really important to be here for Heklina, but it's also really important to be here to try and enact some systemic change.
The clear implication is that homophobic bias is still rife at the Met, that if you're gender nonconforming, your life is worth less, and the police seem to think that it's just another dead freak, and so we need to say enough is enough.
So 2 weeks before Heklina passed away, there was a report released, the Casey report, which declared the police to be institutionally homophobic, racist and misogynistic. Do you have faith that in the 2 years since then we've seen progress?
No, we haven't seen any change. I mean, that Casey review is just a case in point. It perfectly encapsulates all of the problems that we've seen in this case. And the police have had 2 years to make a change. The only changes that have happened in this case have been because of media pressure, because of the family raising a stink, and now because of the threat of protests. We're finally seeing some action happening, and it's because they knew we were going to be here today.
I think we need a more broad understanding of the way how we look, how the assumptions about the way that we identify and the lives that we lead end up impacting policing. And that's about the integrity of inquiry. That's not just about homophobia. That's about the fact that there is something wrong with the way that policing is being done.
We don't want promises. We don't want new policies. We want action. And we want the police to deliver. Fine words are easy. Talk is cheap. What we want action.
We need a coroner's report, we need an apology, we need an investigation, and potentially holding police accountable, police individual officers accountable if bias affected the investigation. And we want to see a full implementation and progress report on the Stephen Port recommendations.
I really hope that they will do their best to get us answers. I think Heklina's family, her blood family, her chosen family, and as you heard today, Heklina touched the lives of so many performers. Much of modern drag's commercial success rests at the hands of trailblazers like Heklina. I think people don't realize the size of the contribution underground drag queens have made to pop culture. And so I feel like all of her fans, all of the people that love her, deserve more answers. Then maybe we can use this horrible situation to improve their institution for the better and continue to push them to do better.
The day-to-day interactions are what I will treasure the most. And she always made time for me. Just sitting in her flat, she lived right below me in San Francisco, smoking cigarettes out the window and laughing and talking about everything. Heklina was someone that was so funny, and I'll never be able to get her laugh out of my head.
I have a Heklina ringtone on my phone, so I get to hear her cackle often, and it's really well timed. People do things, and then suddenly my phone rings, and we hear
We were very, very close. And when I say she was a family member, it was even beyond chosen family. Like literally, my parents adored Heklina, you know. And she had her own relationship with my husband. You know, she was a member of our family.
When you're walking down the street and a man tries to get your business, and the